Okay, hello. Can you see me? Let me know if you can see me, y'all, because it doesn't ever do, because it tries to do me any kind of way. You can see me. Okay, good. Greetings, everybody. Claude, when I was just on live before, was it like loading? Like, could you see me then, or was it just not showing anything? Because the things, you know how they do. You know exactly how they do. Hi, Royal. Oh, you could see me before? Really? It wasn't updating anything. But I'm doing well, Claude. I'm doing well. Royal Beauty Beads. Hey. Come on, Terrell Ashe. Hello. 7-7 Egan. Hey. Hey, everybody. Hey, Becky. How's everyone doing? Hi, Honey Sunrise. I just want everyone to know that we are live on the Clock app and on the YT. I need to get a reading for my birthday. Yes, do that. Go to my we need a one-on-one. Go to my bio. When is your birthday, Claude? Mm, mm, mm. Good afternoon. Do it. It was the 10th. It was the 10th, not the 10th. Well, happy belated birthday. I sing happy birthday, but my voice ain't right now. Y'all not finna catch me on the replay sounding crazy. Y'all not gonna catch me on the replay sounding crazy. You ain't gonna catch me on the replay sounding crazy. I'll sing right there. Well, happy birthday to you, good Lord. Happy birthday to you. Well, happy birthday to you. Well, HAPPY birthday to you. Not HAPPY. Not the old quartet. Happy birthday. I tell you happy birthday. I tell you happy. Hi, Jax. Greetings. You know we will. Oh, Shonda. Shonda did it. Oh, shot. Whoa, yeah. Don't let me find that. I should have put a old quartet backing track. Okay, well, we're gathered here today. I hope everyone is well today. I am growing. Okay, and that's what I'm going to say. I'm growing. Um, I'm growing day by day, moment by moment, situation by situation. I am yet growing. Yet. Okay. And that is what I will say. And that's what I will continue to say. I'm yet growing. I'm learning something about myself every day. Something new about myself every day. I have been shocking myself every day. I'm also um, learning how to make adjustments to my boundaries and that those things are okay. It is okay to edit. It's okay to update. iPhone, let me tell you something. iPhone prepares to update already. Sometimes we set our phones to automatically accept the update. Okay? So it's okay to have had one boundary one way and now have expanded, shifted, changed the parameter another way. Okay, my beard is growing, trying to get out of control. So I have to chop that down, chop that off. Okay? Or not. We'll see. Just depends on how I'm feeling because I am yet growing. And that may change moment by moment, day by day. Okay? That may change moment by moment. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to say yes, period. Hi, Kendra. I'm going to say yes, period. That's what I'm going to do. So I set this up today for a good old spiritual Q&A. I didn't put ask a spiritualist as I normally would. The reason why is that people come through thinking that I'm giving readings. And I just felt like putting that today. So that's that. Hey, Tessa. You like the beard on me? Thank you. You know, I'm not saying it looks bad, but I'm also I am also transitioning how I want to show up. Everything is up in the air. Okay? Everything's up in the air. So we're going to see how that goes. Just so you know, I am live on the Clock app. So what is answered? I mean, I'm live on YT and on the Clock app. So what is answered? You could watch on the replay on the YT. Okay. All right. Jax, could you do me a favor and drop the link into the chat, please? The Discord chat for this video. Oh, hold up. Oh, excuse me. My apologies. Hello. So yes, spiritual Q&A. Ask your questions. Ask my thoughts. Ask my perspectives on things. Let me first say that I am a safe person to ask quote unquote stupid questions to. I'm a safe person to ask beginner questions to. It is never ever going to be my position in the space of teaching, assisting, helping, giving advice on anything. That it's never going to be my position to humiliate you, to condescend you, to talk down upon you. That's never going to be the thing. Okay? So I want you to know that. Okay? So ask your questions. What does it mean to dream about an ancestor weeping? I had a dream about my grandmother and she seemed really sad and depressed. Well, a lot of times, you know, one, it's not necessarily meaning that the soul of your grandmother is necessarily in turmoil, right? But it can be a reflection about how she feels about what's going on with the family. So what is going on with the family? Are there issues particularly between the cousins, between the relatives? Has the family, was grandma someone who was family oriented and loved for the children to be together, or and now that is not the case, you know? So a lot of times that's that. It's a reflection of a sort of disappointment with the way that the family is going on. But now that can be confirmed also through some form of divination and asking and getting that answer. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I would say that. Yeah. And also, when did she pass and or when is her birthday? Hi, Darius. Your grandmother. Oh, she passed in May. You know, the reason why I say that is a lot of times, y'all, we have to oh, her birthday's in March. Okay, got you. The reason why I was asking that was because before we get into the spirit of a thing, sometimes we have to look at the physical. And sometimes all of us have things that we think is a spiritual happening, but it's really your body recalling a trauma, recalling an experience. So a lot of times you may sit around and get sad out of nowhere. You're like, I don't know what's wrong. And before you run and hop in your spiritual bath, think about the day that it is. Think about the month that it is. Think about if there's been anything that has occurred in your family, in your history, surrounding this time period. Because it's really end up being your body, your body and your mind remembering, and you're hit with that grief, not necessarily because something new is going on. Hey, Oriana. Listen, Oriana, I love your name. I love your name, Oriana. I went to high school with a girl named Oriana, and I always just thought that was such a beautiful name. Come on, Oriana. I love that. Mm-hmm. Oriana, are you clairaudient? Hey, Diamond. Hey, Michelle. Okay. Um, you're clairaudient. Okay. Because I'm Tara right now. I'm in this season, so there's been a lot going on with me. So my veil is absent. Okay. So I am by no means trying to tap into anybody, but stuff come up, the stuff comes up, and I hope y'all forgive me in the process. Okay, Oriana, with your clear audience, the spirit keeps putting an emphasis on you getting you're also a medium. Okay. Wherever you have like that, the hearing, the ear that's affected, or even if it's both ears or whatever, they kept showing me you getting earrings, but a certain type of earring that is symbolic of the fact that you are someone who is a channel, or that you are someone who hears. Okay. And also to consecrate those earrings, or even if it's just one that you keep in your ear, or ones that in particular you put on when you channel. Okay. Um, and so they just kept showing me that. Just like, oh yeah, yeah, they stopped me with your name. They was like, talk to her about earrings, consecrating her earrings, okay? As a way for her to be able to protect her energy, and also to hear clearer. Hi, Samitra. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Samitra, I love the hug. I love the hug emoji. Yeah, and even also, Oriana, if you ever got any ear candling going on ear candling, done on your ears, I think you should do that too, or look into that. I've never done that. I've heard about it, and it's always really good things that I hear. I'm gonna message to protection. Yeah, but yeah, it's the ears though. Mm-hmm. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Listen, y'all people are here. Okay, let me hop over to this question over here. I have a question. Okay, Kendra. Life and death lies in the power of the tongue. Regardless of spiritual belief, everyone has a power to call forth blessings and curses, including Christians. I have a strong feeling that my paternal Christian grandmother cursed my mother, specifically her womb and other areas of life. In turn, it spilled to me. I am I in spiritual psychosis, or she did say things that make this though that make me think this though. She as in my paternal granny. No, you're not in spiritual psychosis um at all. Absolutely. One, if we remove the words prayer and we remove the word spell or curse, what you will have is intention plus energy equals manifestation. Okay? Intention plus energy equals manifestation. So, in the same way, when they think about people putting curses and hexes and things on people, they picture somebody with all these symbols and candles and stuff and shaking rocks and ringing bells and blowing smoke and spinning and spitting out all that. That's not required. You have some people who are prayer warriors, right? We know that terminology. And so this means that, baby, is something about when they get down and they get in the midst of their prayer, tarrying, and some of those mothers will get in their closet and tarry for hours. Okay? So that is intention. That's energy work, right? And so, especially when not only can you do that, period, but you can definitely do that when you are directly connected to an individual, womb to womb, bloodline to bloodline. One individual is a descendant of you or of that person. Okay. She said out her mouth she had murderous intention / murder in her heart, but God has been working on her. So that's why I asked. LOL. Oh yeah, no. A lot of older folks got that bad. Absolutely, absolutely, they do. So I would also say to follow what your intuition is pointing out to you. Out of everything that you could have caught, your mind, your spirit was focused on that word and focused on that particular energy. So I would say trust it. I will always use this example. There was a woman whose grandmother was praying for her. Okay. The woman said that she kept having problems in her relationships. She kept having terrible sexual experiences with the people she was dating. She would be talking to somebody like them, and then they would vanish. She was getting ghosted. She was like, okay, child, maybe relationship's not for me. Until she had a conversation with her grandmother, and her grandmother said, yeah, child, every day I pray that you don't be with nobody but your husband. Mind you, the sister woman wasn't even wanting to get married. She's just not even interested in that phase. Her ideas of marriage and things have changed. But her grandmother, all right, who she is connected to, was praying daily that she didn't meet or end up with nobody but her husband. And just so happened that all of her relationships, sexual ships, partnerships, things of that nature start falling apart. That's a powerful prayer. Okay. And the other thing is, was she trying to harm her? No, not. She thought that she was doing what was best for her. She thought she was doing what she was supposed to do. But the problem is when you are praying your will over somebody, that is manipulation. If you and a person aren't touching and agreeing on the prayer that you're praying, you are trying to spiritually, or you are spiritually manipulating this individual. And you do it that what you will. I don't care about that. Because then you're like, what about the parent whose child is on drugs and the child don't want to get off of drugs? I just feel like that's different. Turn loose that. That's different. Okay. That's a different situation. But the point is, it's energy work. Despite what you want to call it. Yeah, that's right, Kendra. So that's why when we get into the streets of people who, you know, when we talk about Abrahamic religions and we talk about African traditional religions, or we talk about African American spirituality, or we talk about what people call New Age spirituality, so forth and so on. We're so quick to bastardize, demonize, downplay, section off, separate all of these different things. But energy is energy. That's it. If I swung my fist with all my might and bust you upside the head, if I was actually meaning to hurt you or not, is not going to change the fact that I have accumulated the energy from forth the strength in my arm, swung it forth, and busted you upside your head. Intent v impact. Intent versus impact. That's not going to change. So that's why I don't really get into the things no more. Now, I used to will argue and windmill somebody down, but it's the same exact thing. It's no different. There are prayers that you can find in the text that damns people's souls to constant cycling and reincarnation over and over and over again. Right there in the Bible. That's the book for me. Okay, it's right in there. So now I just don't. We're not even going to get into the things like that. That's why I don't, because you're clear, unlearned. And so, but it's the same thing. Energy is energy. It does not matter if you are a Buddhist, if you are a hoodoo practitioner, if you are in Vodun, if you are a Sangoma, if you are indigenous and you practice Native American spirituality, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. Energy is energy. That's part of the reason why an individual don't need to shake rocks and blow smoke and everything. Some people could just take a glass of water and go like this. Don't worry about it. And the girl's going crazy in the head. Okay. Um, it'll be the personal. Um, it'll be the personal, Kendra. All right. What does it mean when you hear a knock at your door but no one is there? Also, I've been seeing different number sequences on a daily basis. Yeah, well, if you keep hearing knock at your door, there is energy that's at your door. Sometimes you could have spirits that are on the land, on the property, that still walk about the space, and they go and they, in their reality, they are doing what they would normally do, because sometimes they don't realize that they are even transitioned. Okay, that's why ghosts exist. Okay, because they still doing, they stuck in certain places and they stand where they stand. Okay, and so sometimes it can be that. Also, you know, it can be ancestor spirit team energies that are connected to you, trying to get your attention. So I will pay attention to when you hear that, but I wouldn't open the door. Not me. Because on the negative side of that, It also could be an energy that was sent to an individual. And so I wouldn't be opening the door when I don't know what it is. Who is it? I didn't invite nobody to my house. And so I will wait some time and I would cleanse the threshold. When you go outside the next time, I would cleanse the threshold and I would ward the door. All right. Not that I think it's time to get a ring cam and catch it on video. I'm screaming. I would definitely ward the door. Cleanse it, ward the door. Mm-hmm. That was a long hair. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, y'all. There was a nose in my hair and I accidentally pulled it out, but I'm glad it out. That hair was terrorizing me. You learn something new every day. Hey, Dr. Jones. Not you can yell at the spirits to go away through the speaker, not on the ring cam. The knock woke me up out of my sleep. Yeah. Okay. Well, and if you do some form of divination, I would definitely do that. Ask your spirit team, was this them? Are they sending you a message? Is it something that you need to be aware of? I would say that. Okay. We'll just lay my grain to rest Monday. So, baby, I've been going through. Oh, really? Ooh, Jennifer, I'm sorry to hear that. How I know if something is good or bad energy. Yeah. And I also I would do like I said, divination. That's always the easiest way. Go and ask your spirit team to give you some clarity on this. Because you can't just go on the feeling. Is it a good? You should know about the feeling. No, because somebody knock at our door, especially if you're a Black person. You can't figure out how to book a personal reading. If you go to the link in my bio, let me make sure because my technology could be doing anything it want to do. So hold on, let me just double check this right now. Hey, Nalada Goddess. When you go to link in my bio, you should see something that says personal reading. Readings, I'm sorry. You go there and you click the link and it's going to say readings and spiritual coaching. If you click the readings and spiritual coaching thing, is going to take you to another page that's going to allow you to book a personal reading, or you can book the Beyond the Veil class. Hello, you want to be a part of the class where we're going to teach on psychic development, developing your gifts. All right. Or if you want a natal chart report and analysis, you can book that. If you want a spiritual coaching session, you can book that. If you want a personal advice session, you just want to book that. Okay. All right. If you want some root working done, then you need to book that root work consultation. All right. And also another thing, root work, y'all, is not just spiritual, it's also medicinal. So if you've been having some health things going on, and I'm gonna have to start saying that and clarifying that. Because root work is also medicinal. If a family member didn't like you when they were alive, do they have to help you once they died? No. No, 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 no. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to do anything. No, they don't have to help you. Man, you don't have to work with them either. Yeah. Yes, root work is medicinal. Let me speak to this. All the good is to be booked. Teach the people. I love it over here. Come on, Jennifer. um, let me speak to root work being medicinal. Most Black folks who practice hoodoo practice the medicinal. Every Black person, you can't convince me this side of Jordan. You can't, every Black person this side of Jordan has practiced hoodoo because hoodoo is medicinal and and spiritual, medicinal and magical. So the usage of roots, working the roots, that's really before hoodoo became the terminology utilized. They would say root work, working the roots. Okay, a root worker. That's why when you say a root worker, people are like, partly because of ignorance and colonization and indoctrination, but it's working the roots. So anytime you utilize roots, herbs, natural things to heal thyself, this is root work. So the more um normalized terminology is herbalism. That's root work, chat. Okay. So if your grandma ever went into her jar because you was sick and scooped some out and put it in your mouth, and you was like, she like, swallow it. She had taken some herbs, taken some of the things she knew, sat it in there in her honey, let it ferment and sit, and made medicine. If you were sick and somebody put onions, your grandmama come and put the onion near your bed, cut the onion, or hang it over your bed. All of that. Black folks don't even know that the reason why every time you was getting sick and feeling some type of way in the body, and your mama, your daddy said, get you a ginger ale and lay down, we say, that's just black ginger ale, fix everything. Except this comes from a more ancestral understanding of ginger, and that ginger is an anti-inflammatory. At any time you are more than likely not feeling good, something is inflamed, it's aggravated, it's irritated. Ginger also activates the digestive system. So that if you even ate something, there's something wrong in your stomach is hurting, that ginger is going to activate the system in order to get things moving. So don't think that they just told you to go get some ginger ale because they didn't, know nothing. Now that's what the people want you to think. Them folks, the peach people. The peach people want you to think that. Okay? Absolutely. Ginger's antibacterial as well. Okay? So, ginger, use ginger for a lot of things. You can take some ginger. Ginger can help with the menstrual pains. Ginger can help regulate the blood sugar. It reduces nausea. That's why ginger ale, you got an upset stomach, diarrhea. Get this ginger ale and lay down. All right. The peach people. And then wrong. There's some, I like peach. There's some good peach people. I appreciate the peach people, but a lot of peach people, they want you to think that your people were stupid. Hey. I'm taking anatomy and physiology courses right now to aid in my herbalist journey. As you should. As you should. Hey. Come on, the peach people. So yeah, root work is also, hoodoo is medicinal and magical. It's both. That's just it. It's both. You have to acknowledge though the duality. You got to acknowledge the duality. Everything has a spirit, everything has a nature to it. Okay. And you will find that a lot of the spiritual principles, or rather usage of a things, coincide also with the in many cases, not all the time, but with the physical nature of a thing. Plants are living energy. Absolutely. Excellent, Miss B. Light. Very good. Learn your herbals. Learn all of it. To learn to heal thyself preventatively. And now that right there is the main, not, I finna say something real vintage. I was gonna say the main squeeze is preventative methods. If you having a heart attack, I don't need you to run to your herb cabinet. I need you to dial 911. Okay? Let's be real here. All right? But if you know you ain't been doing the right thing, you know you ain't been doing the right thing, you ain't eating right, you not take care of your heart, and you want to start making changes, that's when you get to your herb cabinet, because it's preventative. Because it's preventative because hold up. Because when we talk about a life of naturalism, we don't need something that's just going to make you well suddenly. We need something that's going to keep you well. You see, even when we talk about long-term root work, I had a client who was aggravated in my spirit because she could not believe how long she was going to have to utilize her spiritual soaps and things of that nature. Because the situation that she had, she just couldn't wait. She could not believe that she had to continue to use the soaps and the things, because we are in a fast forward. We want it right now. Do you want it quickly or do you want it correctly? Do you want the Q or do you want the C? Quickly or correctly? And in the same way, you see, you layer a thing, right? Think about food. Let's think about cooking. Let's dive into our culture. Let's talk gumbo. Before you eat, there's layers, there's levels of flavor. There are steps here. One, the pot you gonna use is seasoned by itself. When the ancestors was coming to cook something, the pot that they was using, the cast iron was seasoned. Okay? The cast iron was seasoned. Baby, you don't even have to put, it's already a layer there. Then, if we talk about gumbo, you take your flour and your oil. Now, this if you're making it from scratch. You got to make sure that the temperature is not too high, so it's not cooking and frying the flour too fast so that your roux burns. And it takes time. You got to stir that thing. And it's slow because it's going to build the flavor. You try to cook it too fast and you're going to burn your roux. Hello. You try to cook it too fast. You want to hurry up. You ain't take enough time to prepare. You ain't got enough patience. You're going to burn your roux. And guess what? When that roux got to change color. It take time for that roux to go from it's gonna take time for that roux to go from Beyonce to Viola Davis. You don't want the roux to be at the Beyonce. You want the roux to be on Viola Davis. We need Beyonce. We got Beyonce, but we want Kelly Rowland. The roux got to be that color. And that takes time. But all of this is layers of flavor. And while you doing that, you chopping up your bell peppers, your onion, your celery, whatever other type of pepper, whatever you got, you chopping that up. You may actually, because you're chopping, you may, if you're gonna do some okra, you may want to chop the okra up too. Then you pour the vegetables in. Don't put the okra in right then because it's gonna get slimy. My point is, just like that, we're building layers of flavor. We're building layers. So when we talk about our spiritual nature, we build layers in. You have that. You mix up all of you mix your roux and all of your vegetables, all of your trinity. Okay, then you start adding some water in there on a separate pot. You made sauteed your sausages, got your chicken ready. You understand? But these are separate things. These is layered all for one dish though. You put that in there. You got your shrimp. You got your shrimp seasoned, but you're gonna wait because your shrimp can't go in at the top, or otherwise it's gonna be hard or it's gonna be chewy because it's gonna overcook. So just as that is a process, each step of the process is a necessary step. And if you miss that step on that stairwell of a process, you could come crashing and tumbling down. And so when we talk about root work, part of the reason why it is such a sacred thing is because it requires something that is also sacred that you can't get back. Time. You have to put time into what it is that you're doing. And think about it. This sister woman, she had got stuff for me for abundance. She needed she was having some financial problems and she needed some money drawn to her quickly. All right. So do you just want money now and have the next problem and still have the same money problems next month? Or do you want to consistently have a flow of funds, a flow of abundance, a flow of energy? What do you want? Quickly or correctly? Do you want to continue to have the abundance, not because it's what I created, but it's because that continued work layered on the energy of abundance by clearing the roads? You understand what I'm saying? By clearing up whatever that energy was that was causing that blockage. So it takes time. It takes time. And it takes preparation. It's not a drive-through. This drive-through spirituality is very strange. That part. So what do you want? The Q or the C? Quickly or constantly? Come on. Quickly or in continuation? What do you want? And so I think that, especially by way of social media, psychologically, we've been conditioned to have no patience. So we don't trust the process, even though we know we will say God's timing is perfect. The spirit is always on time. Everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen, when it's supposed to happen, and how. And then at the same time, stuff ain't happening as soon as you want it to happen. And now you mad. Now you getting 5 and 6 readings. Now you trying to shake rocks, blow smoke, jump into the river, bury yourself in dirt, pull yourself out of it. Then the spirit's not listening to you. I must be blocked. Who's doing work on me? Please. 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 Simmer down. Get some patience. Do you want it quickly or do you want it correctly? Do I want fast food Or do I want nourishing food? I want fast food that I know is going to shut my arteries down, mess my stomach up, not really fill me up, make me feel bad. So it takes time. It just does. It takes time. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you won't have to worry. That's it. And this is another thing. People talking about this person's throwing work at me. This person attacking me. All these people are attacking me. You would not worry about the person attacking you if you did your due diligence for your protection work. That's why you need your cleansing, your protection work. That stuff needs to be at the forefront. That should be something you do consistently. And layer that thing. Layers of protection for that thing. Because the purpose of if your protection game is strong, you wouldn't have to do a hex in your life. Oh, I'm cutting on the air. It's gonna get loud, but y'all deal with it. All the lemons could be in perfect peace. All the lemons could be in perfect peace if you just did your protection work in the first place. You wouldn't have to do none of that. Because if your protection work is up to par, anything that happened to somebody is just their own fault. You don't have nothing to do with it. You don't have nothing to do with it. And you get to set the parameters of your protection. Now, that's the real PPP loan they should have been getting. Oriana, protection, patience, and peace. Y'all was getting that other PPP loan. You need to get, that's the real PPP. Absolutely, though. Absolutely. You should. That's right there, your protection work. Because you set up your protection. Let me tell you something. And your protection work could be as vicious as you want it to be. Whoever has showed up, whoever comes to my home to cause disruption, to cause harm to anyone that's living here, whoever shows up to this house to cause ill will to anybody who is living here, may lightning find your peace and break it daily. May sickness overcome you before you get the chance. May danger stop you in your tracks. May injury return you to sender by force. Because what's the difference, y'all? You ready? What's the difference between somebody trying to come to your house and hurt you and you shoot them? What's the difference? What would be the difference? In the same way, you can't tell nobody how to defend themselves. If somebody's trying to harm you, you are going to go to lethal lengths to protect yourself, your family, and your children. So when I ward my home and I ward my space, I ward it like that. Because this would not have happened to you if you would not be trying to hurt me, if you were not trying to cause me harm. So I don't have to retaliate. You get what I'm saying? I don't have to be sitting up there doing all this stuff trying to retaliate onto somebody because my protection work is already in place. I don't have to spend no energy in hatefulness. I don't have to spend no time, in the hateful energy. I don't have to spend no time in a unkind frequency. You know what I'm saying? And my thing was, again, I seen people on live teaching people how to hex people, and I was like, this is one, reckless. 2, girl, what? 3, you hexing people because they cheated on you. Okay. But before you do that, before you get that lemon and all them pepper flakes, before you do that, I have just one question. Are you going to put yourself in that jar too? Because every time your intuition told you this person was no good, you went against that and betrayed yourself? Are you going to put yourself in that jar as well? Will you be shaking rocks, blowing smoke, and putting yourself in that sour jar as well? What is it? Oh my God, I didn't even see any other red flags. But before you got with that person, didn't you just have a talk with your spirit team where y'all just said you're not doing relationships right now? You focusing on yourself. You're not doing those types of relationships. So then you went ahead and got into a relationship and it all went wrong. Put yourself in the jar too. If they're going in the jar, put yourself in the jar. And thank you for bringing up that shadow work point. I be listening to the people talk about doing the shadow work journal and people talking about shadow work. If your shadow work, if you're doing shadow work and you're, how do I want to say this? Put yourself in that jar too, right, Jennifer? Right, ignore every single flag, right, Auntie Coco? Every single flag. And some of y'all didn't even ignore a flag. Some of y'all, I'll include me so nobody feels left out. Some of us have been disrespected. It wasn't even hidden. No, wasn't nothing covert about it. It was overt. Disrespect, cheating. The person done cheat on you 50, 11 times. But then this time, they got somebody pregnant. And you're like, what? Okay, so the other 57 times that they dishonored you and y'all's union and broke the agreement between you, that right there, that was for the birds. If your shadow work still results in somebody else being the problem, you're not doing shadow work. If your shadow work keep resulting in somebody else being the problem, you're not doing shadow work. Why? Here we go. But they hurt me. It was them. It was them. Da, 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 da. Yes, they did that. Okay? Absolutely. We call a thing in all directions. They did what they did. They was what they was. What it was exactly what it was. We ain't gonna sugarcoat it. We ain't gonna act like they didn't do it. Absolutely. But that's why you don't deal with them. Right? Or are you still with them? But this should be why we don't deal with that person anymore. Right? Okay. Now, that person did that to you in 1986. So tell me why in 2023 you are having problems and that person you ain't seen in 30 years. What does that have to do with the price of rice in China? You have been with you for these past 20 years. So who is the problem here? And this is not to say about blame. It has nothing to do with blame. Okay, Royal Beauty, no problem. It's on YouTube. Don't have anything to do with blame. This is what I need you to hear from this. It is your life that is currently in shambles. You. It is you. You are the one who have a problem because you are struggling. You are suffering. You are having problems. So you have a problem. You are the problem in your life because you are the one with the problems. You are the one with the problems. Wait a minute, what Tyra say? Wait. Tyra, we are rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. That part. So if that's why I say, wait a minute, I am the one with the problem. It's me. Just like if somebody has a problem with you, they have a problem. They are the one with the problem. You don't have a problem. In the same way, if I am the one having problems, I am the problem. Me. Because I'm the one who's having this. So there is something that I need to do within myself because I am the one currently experiencing issues, me. And as the person who is experiencing the issues, I am also the person who has to choose the solution. So can I go further with this? How many of you have an ex that did you wrong? And that's I'm just saying, is a fucked up individual. How many of you have that? Show of hands, comment any emoji in the comments. Comment it. Chico, NHXO, Koi, Queen, B, Oriana, SO, V, Awaken Goddess, Sweet Mama B, Kenya Marie, Jax, Jennifer, Auntie Coco. Okay. Right. Everybody. I'm entering into the chat. Ivy 176 said, definitely me. Real Miss Vaughn, definitely me. Okay. Now, if that person had an awakening, changed their life around, got clear, dealt with their demons, did their shadow work, and grew as a person, how is that going to affect you? Does it change anything you got going on at all? No. No. It don't have zero effect on you at all. So why do you think that it is something someone else needs to do in order to liberate you? I just wish he apologize. I just wish she would say, I just wish they would do this. If they would have, can they just, if they, nothing, a revelation, a realization, or anything that the other mother got going on, none of that is going to change anything about you and your situation and how you feel. How do I know? Because some of the people that you was mad at went on and is living vida loca, living a life, having a good time, and you are still at home mad and angry. So clearly, there is nothing that nothing that they can do is going to liberate you. It is up to you to liberate yourself. And that's just the facts. All right? That's just the facts. And if you sit around and can you imagine, now I want you to get your ex back in your mind because they probably still messed up. Imagine how long you would be waiting if your wellness was dependent upon their healing. What in the Titanic? It's been 84 years. It's going on here. It's been 84 years. What in the Titanic is going on here? You're going to live, die, come back, live again, die, and they still going to be wrong. The reason why we have wayward souls, the reason why we have evil spirits, the reason why we have bad energies and ancestors and energies that we don't work with is because people lived wrong, died wrong, and stayed the same in death. Can you imagine waiting for somebody to get it together? They died, you died, and they still the same person after death. It is a foolish thing to wait. And it is a foolish thing to make your breakthrough and healing have to do with anybody else. And we have all done it, but I have come to interrupt it, which is why taking the time to see and focus on where you went, not necessarily where you went wrong, but focusing on why you, me, Darcel Andre, found myself, or how I found myself in said relationship, in said situationship, in said issue. That actually helps me. Me trying to get them to get it together, them to realize, them to change, does not affect me at all. It does not actually help me. it does not actually help me. It don't actually help me at all. And some people, the reason why we get upset is because we don't, or rather we refuse because we don't want to be wrong. We don't want to be the issue. Huh? Ooh, put me in B flat. Yeah. That's probably not B flat. I don't have my keyboard. If you are the problem, here's the blessing. Here's the blessing. If you are the problem, I don't want to be the problem. I don't want to be the one wrong. I don't want to do that. If you are the problem, then you are also the solution. And that is the blessing. If you focus on you, that is something that you can actually do something about. If you still keep doing this, you're going to be in the same problem over and over and over again. So I want you to start today by saying, I don't care what they did, who they was, what happened, how wrong they was. I take full ownership of this situation. I take ownership of the relationship. I take ownership of the cheat. I take ownership of all of it, baby, because when I own it, I can renovate it. When I own it, I can knock the walls down. When I own it, I could repaint, I could remodel. When I own it, I can sell it and give it to somebody else. But as long as you are still renting your life, any adjustments, any changes, any growth opportunities will always be dependent on the person you are renting it from. So I'm going to own it, because when I own it, I can renovate it. I could repaint. I could destroy it. I could get somebody else to do it. But if I'm still renting, I'm still waiting on the approval of the landlord. Hello. Which would then mean that this person not only owns the situation, but owns me as well. Hello. When I rent, I got to get permission. I got to wait for them to apologize. I got to wait for them to grow. I got to wait for them to take full ownership of everything. I got to wait for you. I can't do nothing without your approval. And guess what? When you are renting, you are paying your money and getting nothing. Come on, Oriana. There's no investment here. Meaning there is no return. Tap somebody upside the head and say it's a difference between a lease and a mortgage. Come on. Ooh, yeah. There's a difference between a lease and a mortgage. Okay? So I own everything. Right now, where I am, I own everything. I own the lie. I own the abuse. I own the cheating. I own the confusion. I own the manipulation. I own everything. Because guess what, baby? I'm finna renovate it all. I'm finna renovate it all. And by the time I get done, you won't even be able to recognize this house no more. By the time I get done, you ain't even gonna know who live here. Once I get finished. I own everything. I own it all. I take full ownership. I own everything. You don't get to roll up and do an inspection on me to see if I'm worthy to still be there. No, I own everything. Ownership. You got to own that thing. Can't be waiting on people. You can't be leasing your legacy to people. You can't be leasing your wellness, from people. You can't be leasing your mind from people. You can't be leasing your freedom from people. You got to own that thing. That part. No. No. I'm not leasing my legacy. No, I'm not. No, I own it. So this brings us to the energy of this new year. The energy of 8. About power, about authority, about new beginnings, about strength, and about abundance. Do you have power? You don't have power over property you don't own. You don't have power over a life you don't own. You don't have power over experiences that you will not own. You must own to have power. That's it. And so before you cross into this season, into this year of 8, what do you own? What are you owning? What do you own? What experiences are you owning? So that somebody can't walk in a room and steal your peace of mind. Come on. I want to see it in the comments. I own what? What are we owning? Let's go. I want to see it in the comments. This is how it must read. I own my what? Let's go. See, now we're doing the work. I own what? I own my destiny. Come on. I own my peace. Yes, indeed. Come on. I own my what? I own the hurt I caused yesterday. Come on. Come on. What do we got? I own my power. Absolutely. I own my joy. Some of y'all got a whole bunch of stuff that you're leasing. Whole bunch of stuff that you're renting. What do we got? I own my purpose. I own my magic. Come on. I own my mental health. Yes. I own my love. I own my success. Yes, indeed. I own my fear. I own my joy. Yes. I own my heart. That's it. Let's go. We're doing the work. You see, something that you comment could free somebody else. I own my wellness. I own my financial stability. That's it. I own my divinity. That's it. I own my heart. That's it. I own the ability to release. I own me. Yes. That's it. I own my wellness. I own my divinity. Yes. I own my heart, my peace, my mind, and my strength. Come on, Vaughn. I own my future. I own my voice. That's powerful. I own my joy. I own my choices. That's it. That's it. I own my power. I own my healing. I own my limitless potential. Come on. I own my past. That's it. Come on, Dr. Jones. I own my identity, who I am. I own my rest. I own my healing. Yes. That's it. That's it. Come on. I know there's some more I own statements. That's it. I own my divine surplus. Come on. I own my divine surplus. I own my happiness. Yes. Yes, indeed. I own my thoughts. That's right. I own my vessel. I own my ability to continue to grow and learn. I own my access. Woo! I own my decisions. I own my reality. I own my voice hits hard. I own my voice. No longer will you get to interrupt me when I speak. No longer does your presence interrupt my speech. I own my voice. No longer does the thoughts of what you might say, may think about me, no longer would that inhibit and prevent what it is that I have to express. No longer. Come on. I own my future. Yes. I own my leap of faith. I own my protection. I own my strength. Share this live with 5 people, y'all, because we got to get the people to own it. I own the right to honor my ancestors. Come on. That's it. I own how I've hurt others in the past. That's good. That's good, sweet Niecy. I own the fact that I didn't have all the tools to be a healthy partner. I own the fact that I didn't have all the knowledge to be a healthy parent. I own my failures as a parent. I own all of that. I take ownership of that. I own that. I own my confusion that I had with the person with whom I had children with. I own the confusion. I own the fact that I thought it was something that I knew it wasn't. I take ownership of that. I take ownership of every time I went against myself. I own that. I own my virginity. Come on. Let's talk about this thing. I own my virginity. Come on. I own that. I own that. I own that. Didn't nobody take anything from me. I'll have it back. I own that. I own that. I own the times I betrayed myself. I own that I spent years thinking he was the one when I'm the one. I own my mistakes. I own my accountability. I own my words. I own my energy. I own my actions. I own my conversations. I own my reactions. I own my emotions. I own it. I own my fragility. Come on, Jax. I own that. I own it. I own it. I own the ways in which I have been manipulating others. I own that. I own the ways in which I have let my pride get in the way of the resolution. I own that. I own the discomfort that I put myself in. I own that. I own it. I own it. I own my sexual experiences. I own that. I own the violation. I own the harm. I own it. Because now that I own it, you will never, ever, ever get the chance to come in and tell me what I can do, what I can't do, because I own it. No longer will I see your name pass by on my timeline and you get to hijack my emotional being, because I own that. I own all of that. I own my bias and judgment. I own that. I own my mistakes. I own that. I own the ways that I may have been emotionally abusive to others. I own the ways in which that I may have been verbally abusive to others. I own, come on, I own my E5 experience. That's it. Come on, tell the truth. If you ain't told the truth yet, this your opportunity to tell the truth. It's just us in here. It's just us. What else do you own? What else do you own? And we put a lot of pretty stuff in here. We don't need to own the pretty stuff. We got to own the ugly stuff. We got to own the things that we have been blaming people for decades. Let's own those things too. Let's own it. Let's own those things. Because that means somebody else got it. I own giving away my power. That's it. I own putting up with the BS that I didn't have to. That's it. I own my shadow. That's it. That's it. Come on, I own the fact that I place some of my childhood fears on my children. Power, get free. Get free. Get free. Get free from this stuff. Remember, you're the problem. And when you find out you're the problem, you know you're the solution. Resolve. 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 I own that I looked for my dad and other men. Come on in here now. I own my sexual energy. That's it, Kiara. I own my failed marriage. That's it. Yes, come on, come on. Now we get into the truth. I own allowing to stay in trauma. Now we get into the truth. I own the right to release what no longer serves me. Yes, I own my need to want a drink or two. Come on. I own the fact. Hold up. Because y'all blowing my head right back. I own the ways I projected my fears onto others. Come on, y'all better get some of this freedom now. I own my defensiveness. Come on, Kiara. I own my fear of true vulnerability. Come on. Get free now. Get free. It's free for you right now. Freedom is free right now. It costs you a couple of characters and a little bit of truth. I own my healing from childhood trauma. Come on. Come on now. Come on. Get free. I own having children with a man I didn't know. Let's get free. I own that I may have chosen the wrong mate. Come on. Come on. Let's get free. I own my codependency. That's it. I own wanting to be needed by others. That's it. I own my depression and trauma. Yes. Yes. I own the way I turn red flags into green flags. That's it. I own my lack of faith in myself. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. I own staying in trauma from my father for years. That's it. I own that I play small in life. That's it. Come on. I own my bad parenting. Woo! We're shifting in this place. Come on. I own my fear of loss and abandonment. Yes. Yes. I own being hard-headed when I knew better. Yes, I own that. I own that I look to others to validate me for years. Yes, I own that. I own having anxiety. Yes, trying to mask it as strength. Oh, woo! Come on, Tracy. I own feeling less than. Yes. I own my lack of self-confidence from not knowing who I was. Let me tell you something. It costs you nothing but a comment to tell the truth and get free from this thing. Let's go. Let's go. Utilize it. You have a whole bunch of people who are doing the same thing. Let's go. I own that I need to get out of my comfort zone. Yes, I own not trusting my intuition. I own downplaying my worth for others. Yes. I own my naivete. Yes. I own looking for love outside of myself and playing small. That's it. I own that I allowed others to abuse me, and I own I've abused others. Come on. Come on. Let's get free. Come on, Chico. Yes. I own my insecurities. I own resenting people for not believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. Come on. Yes. Yes. I own my fear by being isolating myself when I want community. That's it. I own not trusting my own magic. I own not standing fully in my power. I own the mistakes of my past self, and I own the new me. I own repeatedly betraying myself. I own my attempts to prove myself to white folks. Come on, to the peach people. Yes, I own making excuses when and / where there are none. Now, I own that I've been limiting myself. I hope you see what's happening here. I own disappointing my parents. Come on. I own not always being truthful with myself. Yes. I own trying to control other people's lives. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, I want you to now exercise your ownership. Now that you own it, because we're in a good space. Now that you own it, what you gonna do with it? Now I want to see that. Now you done got your good old ownership. What you doing with it? I am what? Now that I've owned this, I am doing what? Or I will what? What are you going to do with the ownership? I feel some community up here tonight. Come on, I am collecting dividends. Come on. Come on. I will evolve. Yes, absolutely. Now that I own it, it will work well. Come on. I am honoring and walking in my fullness. Come on. I will take control of my space. That's it. I am no longer ashamed. Yes. I am going to trust my intuition. Yes. I am rebuilding new. Yes. I am evolving, growing, and elevating. Yes, you are. I am allowing growth and change into my life. Now that I own it, how about this? I will no longer be afraid of the truth. Woo! I will no longer be afraid of the truth. I am reinventing myself and with love and changing how I see myself. That's it. I will heal it. Yes. I will be me without shame or guilt. Yes. I will stand in fully in all of my power now. Yes. I am walking in my true self and purpose. Yes. Yes. I will. I will. I am walking. Yes. I will walk in confidence and not fear. Come on, ownership. I will no longer be afraid of the truth. I will no longer allow fear to keep me bound. No longer. We come into what we're doing with our ownership. Now that we done owned everything, now we own it. What we doing with it? Come on. I will have love. That's right. I will be a better parent and partner. That's right. I will flow in my divine magical essence. That's right. I'm no longer actively participating in my betrayal. That's right. That's right. Come on. Come on here. Come on here. Come on. Yes, I will be a better parent and partner. Yes. That's it. So now we're going to switch this thing up. I will no longer play the victim to anyone else's tragedies. That's it. Serene said, you got me playing Elder Jacobs in the background while listening. Come on, Elder Jacobs. Yes, now that I own it, I will do the work to keep it. Up! Hold on. Hold on. Now that I own it, I will do the work to keep it. Yes. And y'all, keeping it means you listen. It ain't always a one-time fix. It is a choice. You have to choose to do better, live better, it is a choice. Sometimes you choose month by month, week by week, day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. It's a choice. And also, I want to switch here because the Spirit says there's somewhere deeper we got to go. What are we forgiving ourselves for? Now, I forgive myself for what? Come on. What do we forgive ourselves for? Believing the lie over the truth. What are we forgiving ourselves for? Jack says, I will live a life of peace and ease, for I am Jack's, and they are whole and live life on purpose with love. That's it. Come on. Because there's some gunk in there. There's some gunk in there. What are we forgiving ourselves for? Because it's good to move in action and power, but you got to have compassion. You got to have compassion for yourself before you can have true compassion for others. Come on. Let's go. I forgive myself for what? For not setting boundaries. That's right. I forgive myself for giving my power so freely. That's right. I forgive myself for continuing to try when I knew that I needed to leave. I forgive myself for taking so long to realize I was self-sabotaging. Yes. Yes. I forgive myself for hating who I am. Yes. I forgive myself for expecting others to love me when I didn't love me. Come on. I forgive myself for not trusting me. Yes. Yes. I forgive myself for not being perfect. Yes. 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 This is the compassion. This is the place of compassion. Forgive myself for allowing others' projections. Listen. I forgive myself for living in fear. Come on. I forgive myself for the choices I made with the knowledge and maturity I had at that time. Yes, indeed, Kiara. Yes. I forgive myself for judging who I wanted to be negatively. That's right. I forgive myself for not allowing people to love me. That's it. That's it. That's it. Because I want you to understand, we got to forgive the self. We use I will. We focus on the self because this is how we can actually do something about it. This is how we actually can move here. Everything has to be done within the self first. You got to be able to forgive yourself before you can forgive another person. If you can't find compassion for yourself, for staying too long, for believing the lie over the truth, if you can't forgive yourself for what you did and for what you didn't do, you will never be able to find compassion and thus forward progress with anybody else, with any other thing. The healing has to take place internally. Let me tell you something. Y'all will sit around here and buy all types of skin products, skin this, moisturized, deep cleansing, aloe vera exfoliating, all of this stuff for the skin. But a dermatologist will tell you that the condition of the skin is a reflection of what's going on internally. So before you can correct the surface, you got to nurture and correct the inside. You got to get to the depth. You got to correct the depth before it shows up on the surface. So what does that mean? What you are getting out is a reflection of what you've been putting in. It is deeper than the top layer. I forgive myself for seeking acceptance over putting my needs first. Yes, I forgive myself for holding on to resentment towards others when it was me who allowed a person to think it was okay to treat me negatively. Come on, Tracy. I forgive myself for giving up on me. I forgive myself for accepting less than what I deserve. That's it. So it is the internal work. It starts with you. It begins and it ends with you. It's you. And being the problem, again, y'all, means that I am the solution. If I am the problem, I am the solution. That means that right now, where I am, with the amount of money I have, with the amount of love and relationships and this I have all that is required to put myself in a better position. I have all that is required on me right now with me. Despite what I think I have or what I think I should have, I have everything right now with me to resolve what I need to resolve. Woo! Come on, Tracy. I forgive myself for my surroundings being perfect, but my insides were broken. Absolutely. Absolutely. I forgive myself for that. I forgive myself for that. For the healing and balance I seek in my life. That's it. Looking inward for the healing and balance I seek in my life. I'm not perfect, but I'm here and I'm me and I love me. Imperfections and all. That's it. All of the tools I need are within me. Let me tell you something. And I'm going to go on this. My absolute favorite musical movie was The Wiz, and is The Wiz. And this is the thing. What Dorothy realizes after being swept up in a tornado, child, sent from here to there, dodging wicked witches and flying monkeys, all right, getting lost, being confused, that everything that she needed was with her the whole time. Everything that she needed was with her the whole time. Everything she needed was with her the whole time. She didn't need to look any further than her own backyard. It was with her the whole time. And the beautiful thing was that the realization she had that led her to this, Glenda sings, "Believe in yourself as I believe in you." Believe in yourself as I believe in you. I'm going to bust y'all upside the head with this. And those who've been in the Patreon, y'all know this. Hear me. And after I get through with this, y'all going to shout. Every inventor has to believe in its invention, in their own invention. Every inventor must believe in their own invention, otherwise they would not have made it. So what you need to know, per Glenda, if you are walking around today as who you are, if you exist, that must mean God, source, universe, and spirit must believe in you. It must believe in you. So I don't even have to believe in me. I need to believe in the fact that my creator believes in me. And if my creator didn't believe in me, then I wouldn't exist. Every inventor must believe in their invention. You so focus on whether or not you believe in God, but what you need to know is that God must believe in you. God, source, universe, spirit has confidence in you. If God did not believe in you, if the universe did not believe in you, you wouldn't exist. So in the same way that God is your religion, you are God's religion. Because God must believe in you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So where you are right now, take yourself a deep breath in, knowing that God believes in you. Breathe in and breathe out. Again, deep breath in and breathe out. Deep breath in again and breathe out. Ashe. And it is so. Did you get something from this on today? Did this touch you, help you, uplift you, encourage you, confirm you, affirm you, increase you, expand you? Good. I am happy that it did. I also have the replay on my YouTube because I'm also live on YouTube. Bishop, the armor bearers are waiting on you on the on the side of the pulpit. Okay. Very good. I'm seeing the hearts. I'm seeing that we got it. It's understood. I'm seeing the likes. Excellent. And we're ending right at an hour and 47 minutes. Come on, 47. Okay? I love y'all. Go forth, conquer, spread the message with other people. Whatever you learn, always teach. Always, always teach. Okay? Peace, everybody.